Don't just rely on a 9 to 5. Start your own business. You see, nowadays, with how the job market is going, many people are struggling to get jobs. Many people are applying to jobs. You got people with bachelor's and master's and PhDs applying for jobs. Don't just rely on a job. Ain't nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong about seeking a job, but have a business on the side. You see, many of you guys, God gave you talents, He gave you gifts. And why put it to waste? Use it for something. Many of you guys can start businesses out of the skills that you have. Many of you guys are creative, you're talented. Many of you guys can write good books. You can make good music. Many of you guys could start that business that you've been looking. Start selling products, start selling food. Many of you guys are talented. Don't let your gifts go to waste. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you gotta just give up your 9 to 5 and just become a full-time entrepreneur, because I know not everybody wants to do that. And everybody might not be called for that. But if you got a gift, have a side hustle at least. Like, put your gift to use. Don't just go to waste. You see, many people, they put their time and energy into a 9 to 5, and you see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you can also use that to build your own business. If you guys just go all out for your job and all that, do all this overtime, go to work even when you don't have to. But guess what? All that time and energy you put into your job, you could put that into your own business, man. Build your own company. Instead of you just building up the company that you're working for, you could build your own company. Make your own business a household name. Make your business become established, become famous, man. You see, many people start these businesses. Look at these people start stuff like Apple, Facebook. All these people that start from an idea. They probably even think it was going to get that big. Now look how big those companies got. Look at people who create stuff like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They probably didn't think that stuff was going to be that big. They probably just thought it was just something, they were just playing around with it. They were just playing around with an application, playing around with just an idea. They didn't think it was going to get that big. And look how big these businesses got. Look how much money these businesses are making now. You'll be shocked how much an idea that you have, how it could be in demand for many people. You might be thinking in your mind that's nothing, but trust me, to a lot of people, they would love to have that product. They would love to have that business idea that you're thinking about. But nevertheless, don't feel discouraged. You can do it. You see, many of you guys, you don't just rely, because nowadays you got so many people relying on just a 9 to 5. I saw like a study one time. I believe the study said like that 70% for Americans are one paycheck short from being homeless, from having nothing. Don't be in that group, man. You start that business, have a side hustle going. Like I said, you don't have to give up your 9 to 5 fully, but have a side hustle going. Have multiple streams of income coming in. Have some more money coming in. Because let's say you're working for a company and God forbid they lay you off, or the job goes away, or you temporary. Guess what? You at least have other money you make on the side. So even if you decide that you still want to work a 9 to 5, you can still at least have income coming in while you're seeking another job, while you're seeking employment. You can still have other streams of income coming in. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you just relying on 9 to 5, you lose your job. Now you have nothing. Now you're stuck with nothing. You have no money coming in. Now you have to rely on finding another job, which could take time. Because you even have people nowadays who've been job searching for years and they still can't find nothing. So just imagine, you lose your job, you have no streams of income coming in, you have no side hustle, no business on the side, no nothing. You have no money coming in. You probably got rent to pay. You probably got mortgage if you own your own house. You got bills. You got cable bill, light bill, electric bill, all types of bills. Car notes probably. So you have all these bills to pay and you have no more income coming in. Just think about how much trouble you would be in. Be smart. Use your head. Think ahead of time, because while this economy is going, many jobs are shutting down. I believe just a few days in the news, they say like, what was that? I believe Department of Health and one of those companies, they're laying many people off. Don't be just one of those people to where you get laid off, you don't know what to do. You start crying. You got people nowadays don't know where to turn to. Of course, man, we turn to God, but also God gave you common sense. He gave us common sense. We gotta plan ahead. We gotta think ahead. If we know that the economy is starting to drop, if we know that many jobs are going away, if we know that many places are not re-employing people like that, then we need to be starting our own businesses. We should be having streams of income on the side. We should not just be relying on someone to pay us. We should be having our own money coming in. We should be our own boss. We should have our own stuff, our own streams of income coming in. We gotta be smart. You gotta be wise nowadays. You gotta plan ahead, because a time might come to where almost no jobs might not be available. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're working for a company that don't even have no union. You already know with no union, they could easily let you go. I know in almost every state there's even laws in place in almost every state that says that a job can terminate you without giving you a reason. That means that you could go into a workplace, for example, and that job could say, "Oh, go home. We don't need you no more." And it might just be because they don't like you. You don't know. You might have done something. It might be because they don't like you, because they're discriminating. But guess what? According to state law, they could technically do it. So why leave your future? Why leave your money in the hands of another person when you can have that stuff going towards yourself? You can have that money going towards yourself. You could start your own business, have streams of income coming in. You don't have to just rely on someone to pay you. You could have your own money coming in. Just think about people who are making it big on products like Shopify. You got people who are becoming millionaires, who are making six figures off stuff like Shopify, Amazon FBA, Fourth Wall, YouTube. Just think about that. Many of you people, you guys are probably working these jobs to where they might pay you like what? $21 an hour, $22 an hour, $23 an hour. Just think about that. You got people on YouTube who making like $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 in one day, in 1 month. While you over here, you don't even make that even in 1 month. You don't even probably even make that in 3 months combined. You know what I'm saying? You got teenagers who are doing gaming channels, for example, on YouTube, to where they're bringing in six figures. They bringing in like $10,000, $20,000 a month. You got people who are selling clothing, making more money than doctors and nurses. I've seen people selling stuff on like TikTok Shop, on Facebook, Instagram ads, making more money than some doctors and nurses, than some engineers. You'd be surprised how much money people are bringing in nowadays. I'm seeing people become rich, especially my age group. You know, you got a lot of these young people nowadays to where they don't want to work directly at 9 to 5. Man, if they want to have a side hustle on the side. That's why you see many of these young people doing DoorDash, Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to have freedom. And you know, many of these 9 to 5s, you might not directly have freedom. You might just be, all you have to do is just work all day. You go to work, you leave for work early in the morning, you gotta wake up out of your bed, put on your work uniform, go to work, and you come back, you probably barely got time to spend with your kids. You probably so tired from work, especially if you work like a 12-hour shift, a 10-hour shift. The only thing you could probably do is go home, eat, sleep, watch a little movie or TV, then go directly to bed. Nah, man, there's more to life than that. You know, there's a whole world for you to enjoy. You see, God puts on this earth not only to serve Him, but you can also enjoy it. You know, when I say enjoy, we're not talking about sinning. I'm not talking about smoking and partying and all that, but you could go out and enjoy life, man. Go to a beach, go take a walk in the park. But nevertheless, we should be able to have freedom, be free. Many people, they even have no real time to spend with their families. They have no time for themselves. They don't even have time for God, because many of them, they just work for these jobs. And many of these companies, they don't even have no real time to even spend. They just spend all their day at work, spend all their time on work. Nah, man, we gotta be thinking ahead. And you know, if you're a person, you like the 9 to 5, if you love your job, I'm not knocking you. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your job. There's nothing wrong at all. But what I'm saying is, at least just start a business or start something on the side that brings in money. Whether you start your own business, you do DoorDash, Uber Eats, just have different streams of income coming in. You know, don't just rely on just one person to pay you. Don't just rely on your paycheck every 1 week and 2 weeks, man. You could start your own business. You could have other streams of income coming in where you get paid every day. You don't have to rely on another person to pay you. You don't have to rely on another person being in charge of your future. You don't have to rely on another person being in charge of whether you get to pay your bills or not, whether you get to feed your family or not. The only person who should be in charge of that is God. But nevertheless, you can also help your future. God determines your future. God can make the way, but you also play a part. Because let me tell you something, God gave many of you guys visions. But it's up to you whether you want to execute that vision or not. Because as the Bible makes it clear, faith without works is dead. God can give you something, but it's up to you whether you want to put it to use or you just want to let it go to waste. And I know many of you guys are talented. Many of you guys got great gifts. Many of you guys got great inspirations, man. You guys can inspire a whole generation. There's so many people we've seen who came from nothing and then now there's something. You got a lot of these big time artists, especially in the music industry. Many of them come from poverty, especially these artists. And look at many of them. You got people like, even though I'm not directly a fan of these people, I'm just going to use an example. You got people like 50 Cent and all these people to where they came from nothing. Look, they become millionaires. They making money nowadays, you know. And you guys can even be bigger than those people. You can be next success. You could be next thing to take off. You could be next big thing where you can inspire people. And it's even better when you're doing it for God, because not only can you inspire people, but you can also help bring in souls for the kingdom of heaven. But nevertheless, guys, don't let that idea go to waste. God bless many of you guys with great talents and gifts. Put it to use. Don't just put all your time and energy into someone else's dreams, which is a 9 to 5. That's someone else's dream that they built. That's someone else's plan that they built. Put it into your own plan. Put it into your own dream as well. You know what I'm saying? You could be successful, man. You'd be surprised how many people might be wanting to hear about your product, might be wanting to hear about your business that you're going to start. You could be the next big thing to hit the market. You could be next place that replaces Facebook, that replaces Instagram, that replaces all these clothing brands. You got people buying all these expensive clothing brands that don't even look that great. Buying stuff like Gucci and all these expensive clothing brands that don't even look that great. And they charge you a heavy price. Well, you could be creating a clothing brand that looks better than Gucci, that looks better than Versace, and you would charge it much less. And since you charge it much less, people will be willing to buy it probably even more. But nevertheless, guys, just plan ahead, be smart, and don't forget that vision that God gave you. I said this a few videos ago. God gave you that vision, put it to use. Don't let it go to waste. God made you talented. He made you special. Don't let your talents go to waste. Don't let it die off for someone else's dream, for someone else's company. Put it into your own company. You could be the next CEO. But nevertheless, guys, just take that vision to the top that God gave you and stay blessed.